Patriots of Era, you need to listen up to this very carefully, because yesterday I accessed and printed the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment's Charter for Digital Inclusion Data Protection Statement from its official website that was reported yesterday, I believe, on the 14th of August 2025. But folks, hours later, when I went back in to check on it again, it was gone. Yes, this document was gone. Was this removal deliberate, I ask? Was it because of some technical glitch or human error? Or has a government documented like this been quietly destroyed without public notice? The Charter sets out how the department will collect, store and publicly list organisational details, including names, contact persons, emails and commitments for as long as they remain signed up. It claims this is to be done in the public interest, but there are clear promises and equally clear risks for the Irish people. What, folks, does this charter promise? Well, it promises more training and support to help people get online, accessible and user-friendly websites and services, affordable devices and internet access, and inclusive services so nobody is left behind. But folks, it doesn't list out the potential risks for you, the Irish people, which I'm going to outline now. 1, servicing becoming digital by default, excluding those without strong digital skills. 2, loss of privacy through increased data collection and public registers. 3, integration with digital ID and the EU digital wallet, creating a 2-tier society. And 4, neglect of offline access, widening the digital divide. So folks, behind all the glossy language, there's risks that could have real consequences for Irish citizens, from loss of choice or to creeping surveillance and corporate capturing the public service. The sudden disappearance of this report raises serious questions about transparency and accountability. I'm calling on the department to explain why this document was removed within hours, confirm if any terms and commitments have changed, provide a permanent public archive of all the related materials. If the government is serious enough about inclusion, it must start with openness. Because folks, this digital inclusion should unite us, not divide us. Now, I have sent an urgent letter to the CEO, Art O'Leary, of the Electoral Commission, and to Peter Clark, the Finnegan, the Clerk of the Dáil, to the Taoiseach and to the Taoiseach, because I'm writing to formally call on the Electoral Commission, in conjunction with the Clerk of the Dáil, to take urgent action to safeguard the integrity of future elections, particularly the upcoming presidential election. The Electoral Commission must now learn, folks, from the election fraud and irregularities witnessed in 2025 and ensure that the same mistakes are never repeated. Public trust is our democratic process, and this has severely been damaged, and restoring that trust must be your highest priority. So I've made recommendations in the letter. I've asked for the marked register transparency. All marked registers must be fully updated and made publicly available in a timely manner to ensure every vote can be counted and verified. That CCTV is installed in all polling stations. Permanent video recording should be installed in every polling station to provide independent, indisputable evidence of voting and ballot handling. And 2-tier shift staffing systems in the polling station. So I'm proposing that there'd be 2 shifts. One, the polling clerk and the presiding officer would start from 6 o'clock and work right up until 3 o'clock that day. And there'd be a second shift of polling clerks and presiding officers from 3 o'clock to the close of polls. And then I'm suggesting and making the recommendation that there should be a double count before transport. So at the close of all the polling stations, the final shift should count the ballot papers twice to confirm accuracy, and then seal them in a secure box and hand them directly to An Garda Síochána, and have a written state account of what they counted. And there should be an immediate delivery then to the count centres, and all ballots must be delivered to the count centre without delay, allowing for a verified national tally, and you'd have a verified national tally by 1 o'clock that following morning. These measures, folks, would remove any opportunity for manipulation, ensure transparency at every stage, and guarantee public confidence in the result. And these are the recommendations I'm asking them to have a look at and to make, and I'll come back to you with their response. But look, folks, who's really behind Garrett Sheridan's race for the Áras? Look, Garrett Sheridan's sudden leap into the presidential race has stirred up both excitement and suspicion. On paper, we know that he's a 35-year-old South Dublin entrepreneur, founder of NutriBrand, once valued at €100 million, now stepping onto a national stage. He boasts a reported personal fortune of over €13 million and says he wants to offer something different from the usual parade of safe RTE-friendly candidates. But the shine comes with shadows. In 2018, Sheridan was fined by the US Securities and Exchange Commission for, I believe, misleading statements about his company's products. NutriBrand is carrying a deficit now, I believe, of nearly $40 million. His association with Sharon Keoghan, a controversial figure, I believe, in her own right, has already raised eyebrows. And yet, here's the striking fact. No political party is backing Garrett Sheridan. Instead, his support comes from a patchwork of independent councillors, confirmed in Tipperary, Liam Brown and Shamie Morris, and likely in Laois, Aisling Moran, who claims with claims of backing from as many as 6 to 8 councils. Senator Keoghan has played a vital role, opening doors and making introductions. But Sheridan insists he is his own man. He's not aligned with any politics, and he is self-funding his campaign from his own personal wealth. But folks, this leaves us with the real question. If Garrett Sheridan truly stands apart from any political party politics, is his campaign powered only by an informal network of independents? Or, folks, is there a deeper, more discreet establishment hand-guiding his bid for the Áras? And he might come clean about that and make a statement, Garrett Sheridan, about that. Garamila Mahagav.